Hey everybody, Icy Cat here. Today we've got some exciting information for you. We now know what the next season of content is going to be called. We've now seen the official cover art for the next season of content. Additionally, we have our first look of one of the Hong Kong operators in-game. Want to know more? Let's take a look. Okay, so this is a very short video sequence that was put together as part of an ESL Pro League promotion for the upcoming Gamescom finals. Those take place August 25th through the 27th. During that time, they will be talking about the content coming up, and as you can see here, it is being revealed that this is officially called Operation Blood Orchid. So let's just kind of hang on this splash screen for a minute. This is probably the title screen that you'll see when the new content drops and you upload into the servers. And so what we can see here is we have the Operation Blood Orchid silhouette. We have the Hong Kong skyline in the background, and of course, prominently in the middle is this segment of roller coaster track. Again, we talked about this the other day when we had the blueprints for the map that were leaked, and if you didn't get a chance to check that out, then please do so. You can see an overview of what all the levels in the map look like from a blueprint perspective. And if you want to see more about that, you can click the link in the card up at the top there. But at that time, we had learned that this was a rundown, abandoned, neglected theme park. And so this vegetation hanging off the supports of the roller coaster, as well as hanging off the sign there, are clear indications of that abandoned state. Now, taking a closer look at the sign, we can see some interesting things too. We have 5 traditional Chinese characters on here. There's actually only 4 visible. It's like that second to last one fell off because you can see that same square bracket behind the other existing characters. But we do actually know what that missing character is because this image was revealed to us a few days ago. This shows us the 2 characters that were on the right, and you kind of can't see that one because it's ripped off. But then when we look at this other image, we get a chance to see what that missing character was. Those words combined in traditional Chinese characters translate to amusement park or theme park. So these other 2 characters over here translate to rainbow, and you put them together, you get Rainbow Theme Park. It's unclear if that's the actual name of the theme park or if this is just sort of an Easter egg reference, but when you put those characters together in traditional Chinese and translate them across, of course, I'm using Google Translate. It's not 100% perfect, but the characters do line up one for one, and they do say that that's what this translates to. There can be some things that get a little lost in translation. Maybe there's a slight variation or something, but it's approximately what it says. As the video advances, then everything drops down and the words kind of glow in this bright neon announcing that Operation Blood Orchid is now here. And then of course we get into the part where we see the operator in the map for the first time. So this is in-game footage, the new operator, the new map. So what can we gather from this? Well, first, let's just take a look at the background real quick. You can see that this is a dilapidated structure. It is weathered and gritty. I mean, you can see that like people have been squatting here. There's mattresses on the floor. Probably this is where like the terrorists were staging and setting up. So, you know, maybe they've been squatting here, or maybe it was just drifters, who knows? But there's definitely been people that have been kind of living in this neglected space. Now let's take a closer look at that operator that we can see. The biggest thing that you can obviously see is that this person is wearing a variety of tools. Take a look up in the back there. We have what looks to be some kind of a hand axe, probably not mounted facing the safest way, but that does look like what it is. Additionally, on the waist belt there, you can see a variety of tools. There's a flashlight, looks like maybe something like a pliers or something similar to that, some climbing rope, there's some other tools in the other pouches there. So there's a lot of equipment here, not necessarily weapons, not necessarily military gear. This could be like a search and rescue based operator. We kind of saw that a little bit with the SAT. So they had climbing ropes on their character models and rappel harnesses and things like that. Or this could be something where like Thermite, he worked with chemicals, so he would have tools on him. He had the tool backpack and some other things. So there's several other operators in the game that already kind of have, you know, like equipment and tools as their loadout on the character model. Another thing to note here is that this character is wearing a short sleeve shirt and what appears to be shorts. Again, kind of lending more into the search and rescue aspect perhaps, or some kind of an engineering role. Definitely not like a frontline combat operator. This is not somebody that looks to be like a heavy armor character. I don't think that this would be a slow moving character. This would either be like a 2-speed or a 3-speed based on just the loadout that I'm seeing. Additionally, there's some kind of a handgun mounted on a hip holster there. But if you take a real close look here, you can see that the operator pulls something out of the front of the vest, and it looks to be a canister that you might throw. If you get real close to the image, you can make out what appears to be some kind of an international hazard label. Now, we can't get close enough to really clearly make out the details of what it is. It just gets too pixelated and blurry when you try. So we're not exactly sure what this gadget might be, but could this be the operator Caltrup that we had heard about for a while? Perhaps the Caltrup device is something that you toss out like a grenade, and then where it impacts, it detonates and spreads the Caltrups all over the floor. Of course, for those that don't know, Caltrups are sharp pointed objects. They always land point up, and they're designed to create an area of effect that people have to walk through. It slows them down as they have to take their time to walk through it, but it can also cause damage because the sharp pointed spikes they'll come up through boots and things like that. They're meant to delay or slow down foot soldiers. Caltrups go all the way back to medieval times. Then taking a look at the character's face reveal, we can tell that the clothing and the accessories this character is wearing are the match for the character we just saw, so it does appear to be the same operator. And this looks like a match for the operator that was leaked a couple of weeks back that showed a first look, and people weren't sure if this was really from the game or if it wasn't, but it does look like we have a match for what that was. And then finally on the end there, it says Operation Blood Orchid and Grom operator reveal. Just to clear up any confusion on that, that will be including both Hong Kong operators and the Polish operator. That means that all three operators will be revealed on that weekend during the Gamescom event. So that will be the two Hong Kong operators and the Polish Grom operator. They'll also be talking about the theme park map during that time, going over the abilities, the weapons, things like that. So that will all be revealed during the Pro League Finals event during Gamescom. Again, that's August 25th through the 27th. We don't have an exact release date for when Operation Blood Orchid will launch, but traditionally looking back, it's within a few days of the actual reveal during a finals event, so it'll be during the week of August 28th. Probably like maybe on that Tuesday, maybe even Monday, but usually they give it a day or two after the event before it goes live. As always, the map theme park will be free for everybody, regardless of if you have a season pass or not. Season pass holders will get access to the DLC operators 7 days before anyone else will. So if you get those operators on, like, the 29th, for instance, you would have to wait until the following Tuesday if you didn't have a season pass to be able to access those operators. But the theme park map will be available right away for everybody. Real quick, I also wanted to give an update on the video that I did yesterday. This was a teaser image for what looked to be the Polish operator, and a few things came to light after I had uploaded this that I had figured out or that other people had mentioned and pointed out to me. So if you take a closer look at this image, we talked about this yesterday, you can see an M4 carbine across the lap there, and there's some kind of a weapons crate or an ammo crate or something like that this character is sitting on. And if you look at that, you can see the eagle from the Polish flag on there. There's a couple of skulls scratched into it, but you can also make out what looks to be a corrosive warning label. So we may actually have two characters that have warning labels associated with their gadgets. They do appear to be different characters though, even though there's a warning label on both of them, because this character has long pants, and you can also see a cuff on the arm there that's from a long sleeve shirt, which doesn't match the uniform that we just saw in the Hong Kong operator reveal. But anyway, we've got this warning label here for the corrosive substances, and then there's like this white powder on the operator's leg. Additionally, that cloth that the operator is holding, it was unknown exactly what that was, but some people have suggested it might be like a decontamination wipe. So let's put those factors together. A decontamination wipe, some kind of a white powder on the operator's leg, and then sitting on a crate with a corrosive warning label on it. All of that could combine to the fact that this operator may have something to do with, like, their gadget has some kind of a corrosive or caustic substance that it puts out. And although that's just kind of speculation at this point, it does sort of seem to add up, and I can't wait to find out more about what that operator does. Now, of course, as we learn more information, I will definitely be updating you guys on that. So please make sure, if you haven't already, that you like and subscribe. And if you click that notification icon, as soon as I put new news and information out there, you will be alerted immediately. So what do you guys think about these new pieces of information? Let me know down in the comments below, or you can share with me over at IcyCat25 on either Facebook or Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.